Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Taneja, coming up in the next 30 minutes. Indian diaspora serves as nation's ambassadors to the world, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi while inaugurating Pravasi Bharati Divas convention in Bhubaneswar. Lebanon's parliament elects Army Chief Joseph Aoun as president, ending a 2-year political deadlock. Rampaging wildfires around Los Angeles force thousands to flee, 5 dead so far. New blaze in Hollywood Hills prompts mass evacuation. Total insured losses in excess of $8 billion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today emphasized the crucial role of the Indian diaspora in transforming the country into a developed nation by 2047. Addressing the gathering after inaugurating the 18th Pravasi Bharati Divas convention at Bhubaneswar in Odisha, the Prime Minister praised the diaspora for its significant role in global development and their contribution to India's growth story. He commended the Indian diaspora for serving as the nation's ambassadors to the world. The theme of this year's Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention is Diaspora's contribution to a Viksit Bharat. The event provides an important platform to connect and engage with the Indian diaspora and enable them to interact with each other. Addressing the gathering, highlighting the outstanding contribution of the Indian diaspora, Prime Minister Modi said that diversity lies in the heart of Indians.
हमें डाइवर्सिटी सिखानी नहीं पड़ती, हमारा जीवन ही डाइवर्सिटी से चलता है। इसलिए भारतीय जहां भी जाते हैं, वहां की सोसाइटी के साथ जुड़ जाते हैं। हम जहां जाते हैं, वहां के रूल्स, वहां के ट्रेडिशंस की रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं। हम पूरी ईमानदारी से उस देश की, उस सोसाइटी की सेवा करते हैं। वहां की ग्रोथ और प्रॉस्पेरिटी में कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। और इन सब के साथ ही हमारे दिल में भारत भी धड़कता रहता है।
Talking about India's progress at an incredible speed and scale, Prime Minister Modi said that the day will soon come when Indian diaspora will fly on a Made in India plane to attend the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas.
भारत की प्रगति की गति सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ रही है। आज भारत मेड इन इंडिया फाइटर जेट बना रहा है, ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट बना रहा है, और वो दिन भी दूर नहीं जब आप किसी मेड इन इंडिया प्लेन से ही प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस मनाने भारत आएंगे। साथियों, भारत के ये जो अचीवमेंट्स हैं, ये जो प्रोस्पेक्ट्स आज भारत में दिख रहे हैं, इसके कारण भारत की वैश्विक भूमिका बढ़ रही है। भारत की बात को आज दुनिया ध्यान से सुनती है। आज का भारत अपना पॉइंट तो स्ट्रांगली रखता ही है, ग्लोबल साउथ की आवाज को भी पूरी ताकत से उठाता है। जब भारत ने अफ्रीकन यूनियन को G20 का परमानेंट मेंबर बनाने का प्रपोजल रखा, तो सभी मेंबर्स ने इसका समर्थन किया।
Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated 4 exhibitions at the PBD convention showcasing the vibrant and diverse culture of India. The exhibition featured Vishwaroop Ram, the universal legacy of Ramayana, Diaspora's contribution to technology and Viksit Bharat, spread and evolution of Indian diaspora in the world, and an exhibition showcasing heritage and culture of Odisha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also digitally flagged off the Pravasi Bharati Express, a special tourist train for the Indian diaspora. The train started its journey from the Nizamuddin railway station in New Delhi and will travel to multiple destinations of tourism and religious importance across the country for a period of 3 weeks. The Pravasi Bharati Express is being conducted under the Pravasi Doordarshan Yojana of the Ministry of External Affairs. The Indian diaspora travelling for the first time by such a train enjoyed the ride and experience.
It's a special train organized by the Indian Railways, okay, with a very good benefits and taking us to important places, mostly related to the religious place for the Hindus.
This journey is actually very incredible, and I think the government of India made a great initiative, and whoever is getting it, they are fortunate to get it, I would say that. And it will cover like pretty much whole India from top to bottom.
The 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas convention is being hosted in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar interacted with members of the Indian diaspora from the United Kingdom, the United States and Oman on Thursday. The event celebrates the invaluable contribution of non-resident Indians, NRIs, and the global Indian diaspora to the nation's progress and development. In the United States, amidst fiery statements ahead of his inauguration, Donald Trump has said that Republicans were unified over how to make forward his agenda once he takes office. He said this while speaking to media persons alongside Republican leaders after a meeting on Capitol Hill. Trump is aiming to unite Republicans behind a strategy of implementing tax cuts, border controls, and increased fossil fuel production.
There's great unity. Whether it's one bill or two bill, it's going to get done one way or the other. I think there's a lot of talk about two, and there's a lot of talk about one, but it doesn't matter. The end result is the same. We're going to get something done that's going to be reducing taxes and creating a lot of jobs and all of the other things that you know about. But this was a really unified meeting.
Trump also rejected the idea that there had been pushback over his expressions of interest in acquiring Greenland for the United States. Army Chief Joseph Aoun, a US-backed Army chief, is elected as Lebanon's next president, ending a years-long political logjam and presidential vacuum. Lebanon's parliament elected its president after 2 rounds of voting, close on the heels of a major push by Saudi Arabia and the United States rallying support for Aoun. Aoun is known to be close to Washington and Riyadh. Prior to Thursday's parliamentary sessions, there were at least 12 failed attempts to elect a president over the last 2 years. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas was celebrated in Kathmandu on Thursday to recognize the contribution of the Indian diaspora to the country's development and to strengthen the bond between India and its Nepali diaspora. Ambassador of India in Nepal, Naveen Srivastav, stressed the importance of celebrating the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, allowing the Indian diaspora to connect to their roots.
आप सबको मैं प्रवासी भारतीय दिवस की शुभकामनाएं भी देना चाहता हूं। डायस्पोरा जो हमारा है, जो भारतीय मूल के लोग डिफरेंट कंट्रीज में हैं, उनसे जुड़ने का एक प्रयास है, उनकी समस्याओं का निवारण करने का प्रयास है। साथ ही साथ आप सब जानते हैं, नेपाल में ही नहीं बाकी अन्य देशों में भी भारतीय मूल के लोगों ने बहुत योगदान दिया है उन देशों में जहां वे काम कर रहे हैं, जहां वो जीवन यापन कर रहे हैं।
And staying with the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas event being held in Bhubaneswar, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with the awardees of the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards on Thursday. President Draupadi Murmu will confer the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards on 27 distinguished members of the Indian diaspora to recognize their outstanding contribution and achievement in diverse fields, both in their countries of residence as well as in India. DD India's Amritpal Singh spoke with the awardees.
One of the highlights of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Award, which is conferred upon the overseas Indians for their contribution in various fields. I have with me one of the awardees, Atul Timornikar. He was awarded for his contribution in the field of education. Sir, you've been working in the field of education. How do you think India is changing when it comes to the field of education?
So I'm extremely delighted to have been conferred with this award in education. But some of the unique things that we have done in education is really not only provided education for our Indian diaspora outside India, but also we have provided education for other nationalities, including the Japanese, the Malaysians, the various South Asian countries, and this has helped us to really take the Indian form of education, be it different curriculums. We have been able to take it successfully to multiple countries in Southeast Asia, in North Asia.
You know, when the External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar inaugurated the Yuva Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, his message to the youth was that come and be a part of the India growth story. We can mutually benefit from each other. But for the youth to actually be able to bring their talent and skills to the fore, they need a solid foundation in education, both the youth in the diaspora and the youth in India. How do you think that is changing, if at all it is?
This is a perfect message for our young students today who are in schools and colleges, that it is for you to take up this effort. It is for you to individually contribute to this collective effort of Viksit Bharat and to be able to bring the big change that India wants to do. India is doing very well on many industries, many fronts. The GDP is doing well, as many countries in the West are facing downturns and GDP decline. But I think India has shown a strong resilience.
So clearly building on the expertise, on the talent and what the diaspora brings to the table will prove to be a mutually beneficial relationship between the diaspora and their homeland from where they belong, that's India, and that is what the objective of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas really is. With cameraman Sanjay Jaina, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India at the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas in Bhubaneswar.
India's Department of Biotechnology scheduled a one-day Genomics data conclave on 9th of January 2025 in Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. During the event, a special video address was delivered by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, highlighting the importance of Genome India data. DD India's Tapas Bhattacharya reports.
India has taken a giant leap in genomics research with the Department of Biotechnology's flagship project, Genome India. This ambitious initiative has successfully completed whole genome sequencing of 10,000 individuals from diverse Indian populations, creating a comprehensive catalogue of genetic variations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi officially unveiled the Genome India data via a special video address.
इस प्रोजेक्ट की मदद से हम देश में एक डाइवर्स जेनेटिक रिसोर्स बनाने में सफल हुए हैं। इस प्रोजेक्ट के तहत देश में अलग अलग आबादियों से जुड़े 10,000 लोगों की जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग की गई है। अब ये डेटा हमारे वैज्ञानिकों को, रिसर्चर्स को उपलब्ध होने जा रहा है। इससे हमारे स्कॉलर्स को, हमारे साइंटिस्ट को भारत का जेनेटिक लैंडस्केप समझने में बहुत बड़ी मदद मिलेगी।
The Prime Minister praised this milestone as a game changer for healthcare, research and innovation in India.
जीनोम इंडिया प्रोजेक्ट भारत की बायोटेक्नोलॉजी रिवॉल्यूशन का एक महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है। 21वीं सदी में बायोटेक्नोलॉजी और बायोमास का कॉम्बिनेशन बायो इकोनॉमी के रूप में विकसित भारत की बुनियाद का अहम हिस्सा है। बायो इकोनॉमी का लक्ष्य होता है नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज का सही इस्तेमाल, बायो बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज का प्रमोशन और इस सेक्टर में रोजगार के नए मौके बनाना। बायो इकोनॉमी सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट को गति देती है, इनोवेशन को अवसर देती है। मुझे खुशी है कि बीते 10 वर्षों में देश की बायो इकोनॉमी तेजी से आगे बढ़ी है।
The groundbreaking data generated by a consortium of 20 laboratories across India is now housed at the Indian Biological Data Center (IBDC), managed by the Regional Center for Biotechnology. To facilitate seamless access and sharing of this data, the DBT has introduced the Framework for Exchange of Data (FEED) protocols developed under the Biotech Pride guidelines. Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of Science and Technology, released the FEED protocols and inaugurated the IBDC Data Access Portal, marking a significant step forward in empowering research and advancing genome science in India. Tapas Bhattacharya's report for DD India.
You're with us on DD India Live. Still to come on the show. Trump's pick for National Security Advisor backs his claims to acquire Greenland. And Chad says military foiled armed assault on presidential complex.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Tanvi Taneja. A fast-moving fire broke out in the Hollywood Hills on Wednesday night, threatening one of Los Angeles' most iconic spots as firefighters battled to get under control 3 other major blazes that killed 5 people. The wildfires also put 130,000 people under evacuation orders and ravaged communities from the Pacific coast to the inland Pasadena.
At least 5 people have been killed in rampaging wildfires around Los Angeles, with firefighters overwhelmed by the speed and ferocity of multiple blazes. Up to 1,500 buildings have burned in fires, forcing over 100,000 people from their homes. Hurricane force winds whipped up fireballs that leapt from house to house in the upmarket Pacific Palisades area, incinerating a swathe of California's most desirable real estate favored by Hollywood celebrities. Los Angeles County Fire Chief Anthony Maroon said his crews were overwhelmed by the scale and speed of the unfolding disasters. The city of Los Angeles is also not out of danger as yet. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power Chief Executive Janice Quinones pleaded with people to save water after hydrants in Pacific Palisades ran dry. Joe Biden, who was in Los Angeles with California Governor Gavin Newsom, was briefed on what the president called an astounding situation. He pledged that the federal government would be available to help the area recover.
We're prepared for anything and everything and whatever it takes contain these fires and help reconstruct, make sure we get back to normal. It's going to be a hell of a long way. It's going to take time.
Having raised perhaps hundreds of multi-million-dollar homes, the Pacific Palisades fire looked set to be one of the costliest blazes on record. Wildfires are part of life in the US West and play a vital role in nature. But climate change is altering weather patterns. Southern California had 2 decades of drought that were followed by 2 exceptionally wet years, which sparked furious vegetative growth, leaving the region packed with fuel and primed to burn. Bureau Report, DD India.
Mike Waltz, Trump's pick for National Security Advisor, has come out in support of his suggestion that the US should take control of Greenland. Waltz said that Greenland is important for the United States because of its crucial, critical mineral and natural resources. Waltz further noted the strategic necessity due to the growing Russian and Chinese influence in the Arctic, each deploying advanced icebreaker fleets. Meanwhile, the Kremlin on Thursday said that Russia has strategic national interests in the Arctic. When asked to comment on US President-elect Donald Trump's remarks about acquiring Greenland, absorbing Canada and taking control of the Panama Canal, the Kremlin said that Russia, which has the largest Arctic coastline, was closely watching the dramatic development of the situation. Chad foiled an attack after unknown assailants opened gunfire near the presidential palace in the capital, N'Djamena. Gunmen launched an attack on the presidential complex, sparking a battle that left 18 attackers and 1 security personnel dead and several others injured. Chad's government spokesperson later said that the situation at the presidency was completely under control. The incident comes 2 weeks after Chad held parliamentary elections, which were boycotted by the main opposition. On to some sporting news now. With modern rules, government backing and rising global interest, Kho Kho is set to shine on the world stage. Kho Kho Federation of India President Sudhanshu Mittal discussed the sport's growth and international reach with DD India's Narayan Singh.
Kho Kho is the talk of the town right now, and to put more light on this, the president of the Kho Kho Federation of India, Sudhanshu Mittal ji, is joining us. Sir, a wonderful initiative, and the way things have been started in such a mass level. So do you think that Kho Kho has finally arrived?
Yes, not only is it arrived, it is now a shining star. Kho Kho has its roots in every village, every town, every mohalla, gully. Because it was a mass sport, it required no money, it required no infrastructure. It had gone into the oblivion because it was deemed to be non-glamorous. Today, Kho Kho has regained its lost glory. The word case will showcase it to the world that it is a most fascinating game. It has got speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, strategy. You name it and it's there. Kho Kho, for a spectator, is an extremely entertaining game. And that is the reason why Kho Kho will be popular not only in India but all over the globe. Today we are present in 55 countries. By the end of the year, we'll be in 90 countries. That's the kind of traction Kho Kho has today. The aim is very clear. By 2030, we have to be in Asian Games, and 2032, we'll be in Olympics.
So you have said that there will be 2 teams, Bharat A and Bharat B. Can you, sir, just explain the concept of having these 2 teams?
Yeah, we have a very busy schedule. A lot of tournaments and a lot of series have to be played. So that is the reason why it was thought fit that we should have 2 teams so that they can both play, and some very weak teams may not require the top team to go. So we'll have a Bharat A and Bharat B.
There's an immense use of technology has been introduced in this tournament. Can you explain something how the technology has been used in this?
So you have all the modern systems like decision review systems, TRS, completely state of art. The app as demonstrated today is a state of art app. You saw the e-game we've developed. So we made it a paperless operation. So these are things which for any World Cup is a dream, and we've achieved it.
So you can see here, Kho Kho is not a ruler game now, it's a high-tech game. The way technology has been introduced, definitely it will put Kho Kho on the world map. Narayan Singh for DD India, Delhi.
So that's all for this edition of DD India Live. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media handles at DD India Live. And of course, you can download our DD India mobile app for quick news and updates on the go. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja from all of us here in New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.